Good morning, happy Thursday. We go into March. Some say it came in like a lion on the 1st, and it's actually been really sunny and beautiful since then, so hopefully it continues like a lamb. I remember learning that in kindergarten. There was always lots of coloring sheets to do in like a lion, out like a lamb. Very innocent. So today we are going to be focusing on sciatica and the sciatic nerve and how to help that. And that comes out of lots of people complaining to me, and quite often it's this place kind of in your lower back here. It's a very thick nerve, if I'm correct. It's at least as thick as your thumb, and because it runs from hip flexor all the way back, and from what I'm told it can be pinched or by certain bones, it becomes inflamed and thicker, and so there's less tensile or stretchability of it. There's my new word. Today's reading is your hands, your touch, and your engagement with the world. Using your hands is one of the main ways you interact with the world. Take a moment right now to think of how much you've already done with your hands today. Pushing, pulling, opening, arranging, lifting. Your hands are powerful, but can also perform delicate and intricate tasks. When you touch another person with your hands, the way you touch forms a sense of communication. You can touch roughly or tentatively, gently or confidently, harshly or loving. And during COVID, we've reduced dramatically how much touch or contact we have with other humans. Hopefully a year of this is not going to be a problem. Maybe we will be like when you haven't had your favorite food for a long time and you approach it wholeheartedly once you're allowed. This message is also true of how you place your hands on your own body. There goes back to that ahimsa, do no harm. Today, draw your awareness to the ways in which you offer touch and notice how it impacts you and others. So quite often we talk about our words and our thoughts, how they impact our lives, but this one is specifically our touch. And sometimes we don't know the strength of our own body. It all starts with when you have a baby or a pet, especially if one of them are very fragile, and you learn to start doing things gently, tiny. When we're not mindful, we often might not be as gentle with the people in our lives or our own body. So remember, this is your temple. So we're gonna do pretty much a normal format of class, but focusing on sciatica. Come to the mat, we're gonna do some of our normal floor work. When I see posts from different physiotherapists on sciatica work, it always makes me happy that most of it are things that we already do, so that we're already incorporating into our daily practice some of the work to prevent sciatic pain. Every so often, like yesterday, I wound up sitting a lot longer than I expected, doing some work that I could feel it in my back. And I couldn't believe that some people have to sit like that for every day of their job, 8 to 10 hours. I was suggesting to my husband that maybe he should set an alarm every hour on the hour, even just to stand up, quickly stretch, and sit back down. Maybe I'll do that for myself when I'm doing more desk work. So coming onto your back, take a moment, arms by your side, palms turned up. Even just this process of coming reacquainted with the floor. Noticing the hardness of your body, the flesh and the floor. There's kind of a sandwich. Flesh, bones, floor, pressing together. I'm just going to gently rock my knees all the way to the right. They don't have to be wide yet. It's not a full windshield wiper. And then to the left. And back and forth. And by default, my feet naturally start to get a little wider so that this starts to become the windshield wiper that we know. What I love about windshield wiper is it gives each hip a chance to have its own time to be stretched. And then I also notice the connectiveness between hip and thigh leading down to your knee. And thinking that your body is this whole beautiful cat suit of flesh and muscle, and they're all connected. When I give a gift to one part of my body, other parts benefit. And that's why quite often a lot of the sciatica work doesn't look directly linked to the part that's hurting you. Finally, let's take our knees to the left as low as you can go. Feel that beautiful deep stretch down the right thigh. If it hurts anything, you're coming out of it or easing off. Back to center, and then to the right, as low as you can go, feeling that beautiful stretch in the left hip. Back to center, let's take the soles of our feet together, arms into cactus, 2 breaths. Lining up the soles of your feet, press the toes into each other, press the heels into each other. Notice the texture of your skin. close your legs, thighs to chest, little boat. Now these pants are probably too tight today. I wasn't thinking. Let's take our knees wide for a moment. Pause here, gently pulling those knees towards you. It's a nice stretch for the lower back, that area we're going to be focusing on. So throughout the floor practice, there will be lots of times we're coming back to happy baby. So let's walk our hands down our shins, start in wide double leg when relieving pose, which is ultimately a setup for happy baby. Then hands behind your thighs, gently add some pressure. And then maybe seeing what does full happy baby look like. I'm not even going to try to reach my toes today, it's so tight. And these pants don't help. They're not even yoga pants. Knees together, twist them quickly to the left. Right shoulder stays down, so we're doing that spinal twist that feels delicious in the back, bringing out the whole torso. Back to center, twist knees to the right. Left shoulder heavy. Back to center, and single leg, pull it in, left leg extends. This is often, I would think, the quickest way to help the sciatic area. Oh, that feels amazing. And your choice, flex, or point, or both, or fan the toes, and both. Pressing that left heel down, drawing right thigh in until you can't bring it any further. Option to take hands interlaced behind the thigh. And then play around with opening it out and coming into center. Opening it out and coming into center. And think about this diagonal stretch from right hip down to left hip. Finally, taking left hand, takes right knee over, single leg spinal twist. Love, love, love. I immediately feel my glute, and that's where some of the sciatica starts too. I remember the chiropractor said a lot of men and people who carry a wallet in particular in their back pocket, or a phone, which I don't understand. As you sit all the time, that wallet is pressing on, I think, the sciatic nerve that runs back here around your glute. So in a way, you're creating a trigger point or a pressure point without even realizing it. Back to center. Never mind the fact that you might get robbed or lose it. Egg beaters. Let's do the other side. Left leg in. Right leg extends, and they're going to point and flex back and forth a few times, waking up the front and back of your legs. Right hand takes left knee over, single leg spinal twist. Oh, keep this left shoulder grounded so the stretch is diagonal down, whole outer sheath of the body. And back to center, egg beaters. Flex, egg beaters. And, this is insane, knees wide. Come into happy baby, whatever variation you get, and try to rock side to side. And sometimes I'll go all the way to the floor, and can I right myself up without using assistance? Some of that is core, some of that is momentum. Back to center, soles of the feet together once more. Release the feet to the mat one more time. Bound angle or reclined cobbler. Close the legs, thighs to chest once more. Now we're going to come back in the setup for happy baby, but let's extend left leg out. My right hand's holding right side. Some of us are going to hold the ankle, some are going to reach the blade, and if you're able to, these pants, and I like hearing your feedback from my crazy comments, flex that foot, and I'm attempting to bring that knee to the floor. Keeping the left hip down, this knee will not be coming to the floor. However, for a moment, lift that hip and let the knee come to the floor. Oh yeah. Back to center, switch. Left hand, left blade or ankle, extend the right foot. First attempt, I'm nowhere near the floor, but if I let the hip pop up, I can come to the floor. And let's do that back and forth. Come to the floor, come to the floor. Oh man. Come to the floor, come to the floor. Oh yeah. And then let's put it together and come back into happy baby. Should be much juicier than we normally can get. Let's keep right hand on the right foot. Slow motion, extend left leg. Release. Look at, I don't know whether it's the pants or I'm tight. I can't get that to the floor. Back in. Left leg to left hand. Right leg extend. So we're going to make it a flow. Right leg in. Left leg extend. Left leg in. Right leg extend. And please notice the different sensations in your dominant hip versus your non-dominant. One side's going to be a lot easier than the other. And last happy baby. Let's keep right hand, right foot, slide left leg straight and turn it to reclined pigeon. We're going to come back to pigeon when we're upright later. First I want to rock the baby. Love, love, love this. Foot is flexed. Option to bind both hands on that foot and imagine bringing this foot towards your left rib cage. Switch. Left leg, left hand, slide right leg straight. Rock the back. We first start with reclined pigeon. Then you're going to rock the baby. And then if I want to go deeper, both hands interlace on that foot and pull it towards your right side body. And shake it out. Let's take our feet in the air. So we're going to be doing this seated. And just start to massage the back of your hamstrings. Point and flex. Fan the toes. Roll out the ankle. Option to try to grab those toes. This is going to be in some bodies and not all. Oh, interesting. Sometimes you don't feel it in the part that you think you will. Option to go wide. Oh, yeah. And then together, and if I'm not reaching my toes, I'm holding my calves. Wide, together. Yeah, you know, these are the pants that are prohibiting this pose for me. Keep using that breath. One more time, wide. This time take away the arms, palms turned up, let gravity do the work. And close the legs. Oh, knees to chest, no hands, circles. Now we're coming to the pose that I love the most. We're going to drop that left foot, right foot lands, crosses onto the right foot onto left knee, right knee opens. We're attempting the beginning of thread the needle or eye of the needle. Right thumb massages right hip flexor where the thigh and the thumb intersect. And then I might attempt to lift it towards me without forcing it. Keep pressing the right knee open, keep the ankle active. Eventually I might interlace behind this left thigh. This, I would say, is the king of all sciatica poses. That is delicious. And release, shake it out. Let's do the other side. Feet are a couple fist width apart. Left foot flexes onto right knee. Open that knee out, and I can feel the difference on this side. Dominant side for me. Massage it. Then we'll let that right knee come towards us, no assistance. Then I might bind, attempting to bring it closer. And release, shake it out. Let's take our strap. We'll do one thing, our normal thing with the strap. Feet in the air. Roll up the ankles, fan the toes, and I'm going to keep right leg in the air, left leg lower. Give your leg a little massage. This is good for circulation, but also mobility, hip range of motion. And all the work I do on my hamstring ultimately helps my lower back. Strap to the ball of the right foot. I'm going to press that heel to the sky and really zero in the sensations that are going all the way down that right leg, possibly into your hip and your back of your lower back. I'm getting the benefit of a forward fold, not hurting the rest of my back or my neck. And then tiny stirring, one direction and the other. Just keep thinking about that relationship between back and legs, back and legs. I may have mentioned that when I get a massage at Relax Zone on Young in Oak Ridges, my favorite intense massage, I always think the lower back's the problem. They always say your legs are tight. That's the problem. So that's where they focus, and guess what? My back doesn't hurt. Straps to the ball of the right, straps to the right hand. Release that leg out to the side. And play around with your range of motion today. You might come in and out, seeing if you can nudge or toe the line where your leg goes. Oh yeah, you might come to the opposite, back and forth. You might stir it and back to center. Let's take the strap in the left hand and come across the midline. Oh, now there's the IT band, hip flexor leading all the way to the sciatic area. And back to center, get rid of the strap. Little boat or egg beaters, and notice the difference in your hips. I often notice a sense of looseness or freedom in the leg I just worked on. Right foot in the air, left foot in the air. Right leg lowers, oh that feels much better. Massage your left leg. Point and flex, roll at the ankle. Strap to the ball of the left foot. First I'm going to add that counter pressure. I like to see how elasticy I am today. Softly stirring or adding the counter pressure, pressing heel to sky. I feel the bone of my hip rooting down, my foot pressing towards, pretending that's the sun. And then I might slowly start to stir. Notice you're expanding that circular motion. And then both straps in the left hand holds right hip down. Release that leg to the side. And just as we did in the left, I'm going to bring it in and out, seeing if I can increase that range of motion in that left hip, which a lot of doctors will tell you if you have sore lower back or sciatica, work on your hip flexors. A lot of this comes from a time in our life where we're sitting way more than we normally do. Combination of COVID, staying in our house, and some people working from home who don't normally work, so there's less distractions, less reasons to get up from their desk, and also it's winter. And then take the strap to the sky, strap in the right hand, gently take it to the other side. Oh my. Oh, now can I keep my bum down and take it to the other side? Way more intense. I might come in and out of that. And then back to center, release. We're going to do eye of the needle one more time. Right leg onto left knee, flex. Pull that left knee in. Press the right knee away. Should be a little easier than when we first started. Some of you I know can come onto the shin, but let's not make it a competition with yourself. Just enjoy this. Flex, 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 flex. Let's take right leg over left, arm to the cactus, twist those legs to the left. Oh, double leg spinal twist. And you're going to look to the right. Back to center. Keep the knees in the same configuration. Some people even do a full, I don't like that. And then I'm going to twist my knees to the right. Left shoulder stays down, turn and look to the left. Back to center and shake it out. Excuse me. Okay, other side. Left foot flexes onto right knee. Press the left knee away. Then we're gonna bring right thigh towards you. This is my tighter side. Option to bind behind the right thigh. Keep those feet flexed and turned on. Pada Bandha. Then we'll take left thigh over right, almost like we're going to do shoelace. Arms into cactus. Legs twist to the right. Keep that left shoulder down. Turn and look to the left. Ah, this is killing me. Back to center. And knees to the left. Right shoulder stays down. Turn and look to the right elbow. There may not be a lot of movement if you're feeling really tight. Back to center and shake it out. Roll at your ankles. Oh, yeah. Knees to chest and roll on our side. We'll slowly push ourselves up and let's come into extended child's pose. We're going to do wide leg extended child's pose with the hope that we can help our hips and our upper back. So I keep the toes touching, knees wide. It kind of looks like this. Even this is a beautiful stretch. And then I'm going to start to come down. Maybe I should be teaching on a diagonal every day. And I'm attempting to bring my chest to the floor and look forward. Or forehead down. And then upright. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now we want, we're going to do a quickie pigeon. I just want you to come into the pigeon formation to see how does that feel today. Tabletop. We used to use a lot more pigeon, but it's not that great on my hip or my knee if I did it repeatedly and put the force of my body weight and just the air pressure in the room. Right knee forward, right leg pivots. Left leg extends. First I'm going to look up and then slowly slide forward. And come back up and slowly slide forward. I feel like I'm getting deeper into that right glute or sciatic area. Slowly come up. You may stay here. You may come to Sphinx or you may fully slide into resting pigeon. And then come back up. Undo, wide leg, extended child's pose. Back upright. Let's do the other side. Left knee to left wrist. Right leg slides back. Up on a diagonal. Turning this left shin on a diagonal. Keep hitting the candles. Okay, there's that diagonal. I don't know if you can see this. And I'm going to slide right leg back, slide into forward fold, or stay in Sphinx. Slide into forward fold, come back up. Slide into forward fold, come back up. Slide into forward fold, come back up, and one more time. Slide into forward fold, pause. Maybe you stacked your fists instead. And then come on out, one more, toes touch, wide leg extended child's pose. And help yourself come back up. Okay, the next variation we're going to do is crossing your legs. And this is going to show how tight we are. If for some reason you really can't cross your legs, you know it's your Sukhasana, it's your sweet seat. You're either extending one leg or both legs, but we will all eventually wind up in wide leg forward fold. So I'm gonna sit upright, hands in front of me, slowly slide forward. Do not have to come all the way down. Just let it go and come back up. We're gonna keep doing this maybe 4 rounds. It's almost like when you stretch a balloon to be able to fully blow it up. Sliding forward, come back up. My feet are in the way, so I'm gonna come into a different variation of Sukhasana. Sliding forward, come back up. Sliding forward, come back up. One more time, sliding forward. Either look at your hands and come back up. Switch legs, we'll do 4 on the other side. Again, modify it to your body, what feels good in your hips. Yeah, this side feels different. Sliding forward, come back up. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Come out. Wide leg this time. Everyone's going to have a different width. Hands in front of me. Sliding forward. Come back up. I'm feeling that interconnectivity of tight inner thighs, tight lower back. Sliding forward. Pause. Look forward. And come back up. And everyone has a different amount. Some of us are here. That's okay. Sliding forward. Come back up. 1 more time. Sliding forward. Come back up. Let's do, we have another variation. We're going to come back to our happy baby. Once more, come to the happy baby. We're going to come back on the mat, hands behind the knees, and gently pull here from 1, almost as if we didn't even do it yet. Maybe you notice this is feeling more natural in your body. Both hands on both feet, or holding your ankles, or holding your shins. Rocking side to side. Soles of the feet together. Pause. Release. Cactus. And let's finish this. This is our last floor piece. We're going to take a few breaths here. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Imagine a gentle set of hands pressing thighs open. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. Inhale 4. Notice the texture of the skin of the soles of your feet pressing together. Exhale. Inhale 5. Exhale. Close your legs. Let's roll into a ball on our side and pause for 2 breaths. And gently press upright. I will grab our reading for today, and then we will close off our class. So hopefully this makes you feel a little better. Oh, we did that one the other day. Oh. Choose to empower yourself. Okay. Actually, I like this better, because there's a lot of anxiety in the world right now. Transform worrisome thoughts. There's a girl blowing bubbles. I bet it's been a long time since you did that, unless you have a grandchild. Today's lesson, be aware of anything you're worrying about. What do you do when you're worried? How much power do you lose, and from what part of your body? A lot of people, it's our belly, that's our second brain, supposedly. Your goal is to observe how much worrying affects your health, where it manifests in your body, and to counter the stress of this emotion with some positive affirmations. Maybe look up mantras, M-A-N-T-R-A. It's something that you would say over and over again, not even necessarily a prayer. It might be like, do no harm, do no harm. But if you Google positive mantras, it might be something you want to think of. Memorize one little phrase that when you feel yourself falling into that spinning chaos of anxiety or negativity, you come back to this mantra. Have a beautiful morning. The good in me sees the good in you. Namaste.